Broadcasting live from the Schwable Room. Beatdown Brown, Eddie B.
Dirty,
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 dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty, dirty, dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty,
dirty.
Tell the people more about the advantages of our product.
They never lose their cool.
Expand your mind. But I've got a better source of information.
Dirty.
Yeah. Dirty 30 Beatdown Brown Chef Boy ED. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Yes, sir. Chef's here. We cooking. Chef's here. We cooking. What's up, fam?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. We up here. We keep talking about the gifts that keep on giving.
Go. All gas, no brakes. Go for it.
Man, fucking Drake, man. Fucking Drake. First of all, I'm laughing because he called himself trying to serve up a distraction with all the side stuff that he got going on by dropping that 150 gigs of
They said that was a
bullshit.
Yeah, they said that was a leak, but come on, man. Nobody's leaking that. Come on, now.
Off your hard drive? It's a leak off your hard drive, dog.
That's like leaving your front door open, talking about, man, somebody broke in. Like, bro, stop playing. Will you stop it? Damn,
Yeah.
man. I know you need some type of misdirection right now, but that, when I heard that, talk about, it was leaked.
You know what would have been the best misdirection for that dumbass?
What's up?
Been at the Olympics.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up. Never dropped any music. Never said anything. Just,
yeah.
You know what? Is that Drake?
Yep.
Is that Drake hanging with Team Canada?
Or Team Australia. Something. Yeah.
Well, Team Australia is who you should have been hanging with.
Yeah.
Him and Ray Gunn right there, just arm in arm. But
that'd have
honestly,
been a good distraction.
look,
But
been up there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lyles and all the rest of them, just hanging out with Team Canada, chilling. Like, hey, that's Drake at the Olympics. I ain't seen nothing from him after the battle like that. Just chilling out.
Yeah, man. Let's give him some context first, man.
All right, so what's going on right now after the brutal slobber knocker that just don't seem to stop with him losing to Kendrick? I mean, good Lord. I mean, kids singing They Not Like Us.
Bruh.
Old white folks in retirement homes dancing and They Not Like Us. Wedding receptions, chilling They Not Like Us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got everybody just going in on him. This man, the one chief thing that Kendrick brought forth in this one was calling his cat a colonizer. He said, you always running somewhere and stealing a style to get your weight up and to keep yourself relevant.
Ouch.
And this isn't the first time this has been mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first thing I'm going to say. And it's not the first time this has been mentioned by this person, because like about 5 years ago, this person actually did a full-on diss track of him. And we're not talking about anybody but the illustrious Sauce Walka. Is like been doing the rounds because he got a new project coming out, and he's up there's like, yo, dog, what y'all questioning? This motherfucker now is claiming bought a house in Houston because of Prince, and is claiming Houston like that. He's like, but he ain't never. He's like, when have you seen him actually put a Houston artist on? He's like, you know, you claiming the city, you claiming you run it. You claiming you a part of it. But he's like, who he got tracks with? Who he working with? Who he run with around here? So how does he have anything besides basically his air quote daddy's ties? It ain't his ties.
Right.
It's like his physical father is from Memphis. He ain't from here. So because of Jay Prince, you claiming how much run and how much power you got down here. He's like, dog, we don't fuck with you down here. And you keep using our name to keep yourself cool. Yeah, Sauce has been going like our sauce on bread. Sauce Walka is going in.
Same type, man.
Same energy, man. He's up there like, yo, this is this is absolute horseshit, man. And I'm not mad at dude at all. Like I said, um, he he definitely is been on it for a lot longer and saying names.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the whole thing about it.
No sneak
It's
dissing.
like
Just pretty
it
much
wasn't no
calling.
sneak dissing. Um, it no sneak dissing at all. He put Homeboy on full blast. I'm trying to bring up the oh no, it's 2015.
Damn.
This is 2015 when he did that.
See?
That was because after he did back to back, he came out with Whack to Whack.
Okay.
And he's like, yo, he's like, I'm calling him out early. He's like,
And-
because this cat is one, he's not fired, and two, he's not from here.
It's people who's actually from the soil will know. Like, look, man, we looking around and we chopping it up. We don't see you. We're like who are your people? You'll pay somebody for a feature. You'll get Bun B or somebody like that for a couple tracks, but you're not really representing the city. You'll give us a shout out in a couple verses. And K Dot was the one who had that much weight to really expose them. And now everybody looking up under the hood. You're supposed to have a Bugatti engine there. You got a Chevette.
Uh-huh. And it's crazy. Like, dude, you it's why are you doing this to yourself repeatedly?
Because you're gonna have more cats come out and be like, you know what, he really don't rock with us like that. He has shot out a few, like you said, he got ties with Jay Prince and them, and I guess he feel that's enough.
Dog, it's no.
Is that your final answer? It's like, yeah, no, that's not enough, bro. Not now with everybody that's you ain't tied in with Swiss House and who else is down there?
You got like literally the only people that have come to his rescue right now is Bun B and Boy Wonder. Boy Wonder, of course you're going to do that. That's your bag.
Yeah.
You're going to support that because you going to really fumble your bag. That's who messes with you the most.
Right.
But in the case of Bun B, let's be honest. Between a lot of our elder statesmen have been looking funny in the light with how they've been either in support or supportive certain statements and certain artists coming out or certain movements and things like that. So Bun is playing the safe route right now.
Mm-hmm.
One, like I don't hear Willie D up there knocking it down. I don't hear Face knocking that down. If I don't hear them knocking it down, and I say that because they are not only formally under the umbrella of Jay Prince, but they're friends with Jay Prince.
Yeah.
So it's like, with that being the case, if I see them like, you know what? Nah, I don't like let young boy run. He cool, whatever. If I hear them say it, then I'm shutting up about it. But as far as these young cats running around, I fully respect it and understand it. It's like just like everybody down in Atlanta. It's like, okay, you mess around with these couple cats, you scream free slime or whatever, talking about Young Thug, but it's like, are you really messing with anybody in the ATL? Mm-hmm. Are you messing with the ATL classics or like that? Like, Big Boy ain't bringing you up as far as the older cats. T.I. ain't holding you down.
I ain't heard nothing from Big Gip. So yeah,
Big Gip definitely ain't saying nothing about you. And you ain't got no Rico Wade on no album before he passed. So it's like, come on, man, you ain't Atlanta. And going back over, like I said, to Houston, you may have got some fake screw, but you ain't got nobody from the Screwed Up clique on your stuff, man. There's a certain stuff. You ain't got no Tila on your stuff, man.
Ouch.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna hold down an area, there's just a certain type of respect, and you see this when cats go in and start, even if they aren't directly on the West Coast, but if they mess with the West Coast, they'll go to the the young up and comers, but they go to the elder statesmen. It's the hip hop equivalent of a check-in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I gotta go get 40 water on this because I wanted that Bay flavor. I'm not just gonna go holler at the pack. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna go holler at Lil B. I'm gonna go holler at Cube. I'm gonna go holler at Dre. I'm not just gonna go holler at TDE. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When I go down there, I'm gonna go holler at Quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna go holler at Problems. You know, you go up and down, you go up and down the coast or whatever, and you go and mess with those elder states where you got cats that got joints with. Come on, when Kendrick went to his first major album, what's the first thing he did? It's like, I'm claiming Compton. Let me go get MCA.
See,
Let me
see.
go get MCA. I'm claiming Compton. I'm
Mhm.
from here, but I'm claiming it.
Coleman.
Let me go
Mhm.
get Mr. Hood. Then took you under. Like,
CMW, baby.
yeah,
Come on, man. Like you
like
said, it's rules to this, man. Especially like you said, if you claiming this is your new, this is your turf now. Yeah, you like you said, a hip hop check in.
yeah.
That's what you do, man. Like, why wouldn't you want to, collab with those folks, man, like that?
And give the nod up to whoever. And this
Hmm.
isn't just a Sauce problem. With Sauce is people be like, oh, Sauce is just bitter because he ain't get on or whatever like that. Sauce has been doing what Sauce is doing, man. And he's gonna be on what he's gonna be on. He gonna talk trash about who he talk trash about, and that's just him. But
But
on the
his
flip side of that,
that wasn't a hate comment. That was a reality. It
yeah,
wasn't hate. It wasn't necessarily hating. It was one of those like, dude, seriously, man, you don't fuck with us, but yet you claim our city.
you claim our
That's all.
city. You don't just claim our city. You claim our city like you run our city.
Yeah. You
You
just bought
walk,
a house, fam. That's all. You just bought a house. Like, man, this is, my mama water broke over there. What are you
yeah,
talking about?
yeah. Like I got, but this once again, everybody want to talk about, oh, with the allegations during that beef, want to talk about, oh, Kendrick was just making stuff up. He was going by hearsay and up there like that. Dog, the biggest point that y'all missing that people keep pointing out is like, dog, this cat will do anything to remain relevant. And then once again, you want to act like you're a boss and you run stuff. I do believe that his label G checked his ass for that leak, right?
Hmm.
Hit him with that big ass fine and stuff. It's like, all right, that's cute. That shit has to go on streaming. That money goes to us. You ain't no boss, dog.
Yeah. Pull that back.
Pull
Pull
that
that
back.
back. Pull that back.
I don't believe that happened to Kenny. I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe that's happening
And
to Sauce
again,
right now as he
like you
puts stuff
said,
out.
nobody's claim some a few couple haters are saying, K Dot was making some of that stuff up or whatever, but there hasn't been no rebuttal, to say that he was, on mainstream. There's nobody mainstream saying that, oh, K and them was making that up. That's just little idle chatter, but
Like I
and
said,
everything is coming to light. It's like, dang, you can't even stop it. It's like it's out now. You can't even stop it. Now everybody's checking.
dog, like I said, it's coming up. You got more UK dudes up there like, yo, he ain't been he was look, he was up there bleaming with us fam. And
Top boy.
he's the family
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He's the family lamb. And now all
Hmm.
of a sudden he ain't been out here, he ain't doing nothing, he ain't on nothing.
Hmm.
Homeboy was you up there wearing Vibes Cartel shirts, talking about free vibes and like that. When's the last time you, besides your illicit activities, when's the last time you've been out in Jamaica amongst the people? You This ain't what you do. This
He's
isn't who
the
you are.
he's the Timu version of jacking for beats.
Yeah, and it's like if that's what you're gonna do you, man.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
if you're going and just being a part, and I like the sound, I like the wave, that's fine. But don't come with the power move like I run everywhere that I breathe near, or like the fact that I'm on it with you is setting you up. No, man,
Right.
you're
Right.
geth relevant by jumping over
Because
people,
right. Yeah,
and that's why
exactly.
we covered that when we did when Mandela and I did that handsome beatdown. That's why we covered that. Of saying like, dog, you're sucking up relevance. You're not giving relevance. You're
He's
not bringing anybody out.
he's teetering on that Takashi level of, just jumping in, putting this shit on like an outfit. He's teetering with that right now. K Dot exposed him for doing such things, but he never actually said it. That's why K Dot was like, I'm tired of him sneak dissing. He's like, man, when I take a flight, it's gonna be direct. You're gonna
Yeah,
know. And yeah, man, that's to me, that's where he's headed. And
Wait, I want to give something right there. You was listening to shit. I'm hearing you quote lines.
exactly.
I'll never listen to no music, man. I ain't look, if it ain't made between this time and this time. Oh,
Nah, man. If it
hey,
hit the ears
like
right,
us. Yeah,
it makes me mad because I actually give it my time, and then I
right.
hear something like, oh fuck. But then when I hear something that actually sticks, it's like, yeah, he's on to something. He wasn't just rapping, man. He was,
Yeah,
laying the foundation out. Like, look, motherfucker, this is the timeline. I've been watching him. I, pretty much shouting out like, I like that back to back record. I like that Drake. Yeah,
second.
that shit. Come on, man. That is, oh my, that's next level. But
Yeah,
yeah, man. I just hope this cat, like you said, it'd have been a great distraction if he showed up at the fucking Olympics and just got off this for right now. But then now you got cats like Sauce calling him out, like, bro, what are you doing? Like you said, check in.
yeah.
Fuck with the natives, man. Seriously, if you're gonna live here, fuck with the natives.
Fuck with the. Here goes the biggest thing of when you're really giving a boost, giving a nod, giving a head up to folks. And I watched this with the supposed big three. Okay. I
Mhm.
watched Kendrick do this. I watched J. Cole do this, where they will, whether it's background vocals on some Michael Jackson, somebody's watching me shit. Like I do the background vocals, I'll do the hook, and nah,
Yes.
you ain't got to put me on the credits.
Yep.
Just do that. People will know the
Yep.
voice, but just
Yep.
go ahead and do that. They'll go in, maybe even drop like a little piece of the verse or whatever, and just go on and be like, "Yo, man, so get your numbers. I'm gonna put you in the credits, man. I did that because it was you.
Hmm.
I did that because it was a good vibe." Dude, that's where you get on. Is where it's like, "Yo, is that Drake on the hook to that?" And it's somebody that you wasn't expecting from Houston. It was somebody you wasn't expecting from Atlanta. Go back to Toronto because there are good artists out of Toronto,
Hmm.
and go get on and get in their good graces, man. I mean, for and this is going back to, like I said, Kendrick when he first came out. First thing he did was he went and got MCA. He was messing with Murs and all types of other people from around him over in
Hmm.
that California ecosystem. Dog, so you ain't never hollered at Chaos? You ain't never hollered at Cardinal Official? You ain't never hollered at Chaclair? On
Hmm.
all these albums you had out, you ain't have no T dot representation from the elder statesmen.
Foul.
None of them.
Now you
None
just
of
took
them from your own neck of the woods.
that on the road, and hopefully I'm pretty sure he saw that interview. It got to him, that Sauce Walker interview, and he probably like, shit, I might want to check in. If I
You
want to be relevant in this, like really relevant in this city, I might want to check in.
you might need to go back to Toronto and solidify yourself again, man. You need,
What does it say? Help starts at home.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. I
yeah.
mean, like I said, I could go on with J. Cole. J. Cole was hanging with rapper Big Pooh when he first got on. So even if you didn't directly have stuff with Little Brother and all like that coming out of North Carolina, the fact of
Hmm.
the matter was you was literally
Hmm.
hanging. That
Uh-huh.
was Big Pooh was your mentor.
Uh-huh.
Rapper
And,
Big
and
Pooh was your
also, don't
mentor.
forget, he also on the documentary, that Little Brother documentary. Guess who else he was mentoring?
Yeah, and yeah, Big Pooh and Knife was your mentors.
Exactly.
So
And
you rep
K Dot
for
was in that mix too.
yeah,
All those
well
cats.
we know K Dot was hanging with them cats.
Yeah.
But it's and that's why even their relationship, it's funny how close their relationship was and
Hmm.
how stuff wasn't going to play a certain way. So with that being the case, like dog, seriously, man, go back to the drawing board, be easy, play your position, and don't try and heist somewhere else. This what this shows me right now is that your area doesn't really fuck with you.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what it looks like to me.
I
Because when you keep jumping lanes and I see nothing outside of 40 and those dudes, everybody that's in your area doesn't like you for the most part. There's more and more cats up there from your area that don't like you. That's
I
saying a whole lot.
Sir, I've been itching to get your opinion on this final topic.
Oh,
I thought I
absolutely.
thought I thought this one was like, hold on, man. Huh. I wonder what Beatdown think about this one, man. Can we please lead? Can you please lead this one off again for me?
Okay, so I don't know if Ninth was the first one to introduce this, but
Well,
he's been a champion for it.
right.
Of the fact that we needed adult contemporary hip hop to separate the originals from this new stuff that's coming out. And that would allow a lane for, once again, I'm going to run the statement and run the term in the ground, our elder statesmen to keep running and making their movements. And Q-Tip being an elder statesman and also working with the return of the elder statesman with the LL project was like, nah, we don't need to call it adult contemporary. It needs to just be called traditional hip hop. And
I like that. I like the traditional hip hop. That's fine. We don't need to do the contemporary or whatever. We can just say, like you said, traditional hip hop.
And
go ahead.
I do understand how deprecating adult contemporary hip hop is.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it's almost like, and I was like, I threw out there because I had this conversation. Once again, I'm sauce on bread here. I'm always talking with my homeboys at work. You know what I'm saying, about stuff that's going to be future things. So sauce on bread, this Texas conversation. I was talking with my homeboy at work, and when we were discussing it, I was like, yo, when my problem with it is like, okay, so classic hip hop. If we were to say classic hip hop, right? I looked at classic rock, right?
Yeah.
And the same shit, because it was literally on the overhead. They were playing the classic radio station. That's like the same shit that was classic rock when we were in junior high school is still considered classic rock. And it's like, so at that time, that was 20, 30 years old. I was like, but 20, 30 years have passed. And I brought this up once again on the Handsome Beatdown with me and Mandela. And it's like, when spitting about it, it's like, okay, it's 20, 30 years. So is Monster Magnet, Green Day, and all them now classic rock? You know what I'm saying? Because you got 20, 30 years in. You know what I'm saying? What is that now? Like, isn't that classic rock? So the same thing here. It's like, okay, so classic hip hop before was like, you talking about the message and all that stuff. But like we said, Flavor in Your Ear is darn near 30 years old, dog. It's darn near 30 years old. Ain't that classic? But here goes, I have an agree-disagree standpoint with this. All of these separations, and you will understand this fully because we come from the same bracket. We didn't need separations on what stuff was. We just need to know, if I told you to check somebody out, you're like, okay, so what it sound like? And I'm telling you who they sound like. I'm telling you, yo, or being that we read liner notes, by the way, yo, he got knife on the beats. You know what I'm saying?
Enough said. Enough said. I know where this is going.
This R&B record, this neo soul record is crazy. This neo soul record is crazy. Oh yeah. They both on Kadar. Like, okay. So it's neo soul like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
The Uma time. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got it. You know, you can break that kind of stuff down of like who they sound like. All this is marketing for who they could push to. But the fact of the matter is, and I get where Knife is coming from. I get where Tip wants it to go. Tip wants a positive light on the naming. Knife is like, we need a lane so it can be marketed so it's actually pushed. But the labels don't care to actually push shit right now. First of all, they never had a clue of what worked and what didn't work.
Exactly.
That's why the fact that matters, there's 1,000,001 people that either got boosted too late, there was people that they boosted that wasn't shit, you know, whatever. And it required, we just looked at the fact that Red Meth was talking about we're getting lost in the shuffle with that run that they had to kind of push their own lane and keep working for it. But it's like, dog, this is Red Meth. They are still powerful to this day. Like, they are still disturbingly good to this day. And you know, rest in peace to X. But Jay basically shows up when he wants to show up. He don't rhyme no more like that. He ain't doing it like that no more. And that's straight up. Then you got what Ja Rule. Ja Rule is basically the state fair circuit as far
Yeah.
as in the throwback circuit as far as performers go. Ain't nobody asking what a new Ja record sound like, and he ain't dropping it.
Hmm.
And it's like, but I do care what a new Meth album sound like. I do care. Meth just dropped a feature on
Hmm.
that 38 Special joint, and it had Remnant hit me up like, did this fool just say, "You don't say nothing till I call your name, you Alexa"? Like what? Like
Still
yo,
got it. Like I said, he
still
still
got
got
it.
it.
And so it's like,
I get, like I said, I get the name. Like you said, one wants to make it so that cats can get paid and we could find a lane.
yeah,
Tip is like, man, they ain't gonna never do that. Why don't even if we do get to that level, we need to just call it traditional,
yeah,
which
I
I
don't.
get as well. So
And even with that, once you get to a certain level, how is that traditional hip hop? Because then you have New York, you have G
oh
Funk,
shit.
you got
Yeah.
down south, and
Yep.
down south splinters off because
Yep.
you got trap, you got the
Yeah.
early ages of trap, you got
Yep.
crunk, you have
Drill.
Suave House,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, because Suave House and Swisher House was something different to everybody else.
Yep.
Then you got the P, you got the Master P and all that level stuff. There's
The chop and screw.
chop and screw.
You
You
know what I'm saying? All that is completely, like you said, you start putting shit into a box, try to give it its own lane. Again, the people who are in charge still don't know how to market the shit. That's why it was underground. Cats was doing their own shit, putting it out because they was like, I know I got this dope. And y'all motherfuckers don't realize dope sells itself.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, man, trying to isolate it into this lane, that lane is kind of difficult because it does splinter off
it
too
splinters
many.
off
That's the
crazy.
beauty of hip hop. We never had to, like Tip said, we never had to distinguish that because we read the liner notes.
Yeah,
You could give me a referral. All I need to know back in the day was just who did the beat. Oh, sermon on the beat. I'll cop it. You know,
and then
I'll buy
if
it.
it was a case of a beat, then it turned into, oh, who's touring together, or don't
Yeah.
let a verse pop from
Yep.
coast to coast. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, come
Yep.
on, nobody. I was looking at the Alcoholics because I was a King T fan. So
Hmm.
the Alcoholics coming up with King T, but then to hear Q-Tip go and jump on the joint with them on that wasn't
It
the
was
Liquidation album. That was
yeah.
what's that 21 and over joint, on the
It
21
was
and over on that joint. For Old Dirty to be on Liquidation with the hip hop drunkies.
it was too many. It was too diverse back then. We had way too many influences, and from all, like you said, West Coast cats who could spit just as hard as the East Coast cat, and let's not even get into the production side of it.
Yeah,
The lyricism was top tier from coast to coast and down south. It was unmatched at that time. Now that's why we so quickly discussed it when we hearing what we hearing. It was like, bruh, have y'all not heard of so and so? Like, dude, this is y'all region. You don't know where who came before you in this region, and this is what y'all putting out. Okay, got it.
and the crazy part is, I get it. They want another tab on streaming.
Yeah,
They want another
yeah,
tab on streaming that makes you go somewhere. Because I have to fully admit, going from either working directly on my hard drives or working on CDs and working on vinyl. When I'm sitting in front of my vinyl, I could pass by something like, "Ooh, I knew I was going for this, but I got to put this record on and let it run." If I'm
mhm,
going through what CDs I still have, if I'm going through my CDs, oh man, I ain't listening to this in a minute. Let me pop this in. And then my hard drives, I have my hard drives deep categorized, so I can literally run past. Oh, I was going and looking for this, but on my way down to Rascast, I ran past Digital Underground. Let me stop here for a second and
yep,
let me listen. You know what I'm saying? I ran into Black Moon. I gotta listen for a second.
yeah,
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know I was going to Little Brother, but we'll get there in a minute. Let me
right,
sit back here with this.
right,
Um, and with all that said and done, um, more so than forcing a category, those with money need to go into marketing and need to go into aggressive marketing and guerrilla marketing to push the acts that you like and the stuff that you want to hear, because that's what it's all about. That's what all this is marketing. Because where these subdivisions, everything came from was for tertiary radio, and thanks to Bill Clinton with that telecom act,
Yeah.
there's no respectable tertiary radio anymore. There's not the independent stations. College radio, as far as I know, for the most part, is a joke or just classical music anymore. You don't have people breaking college radio jocks. They're
Right.
sitting up there, is up there like, oh yeah, I ran the rock show for this time, or I ran the, what I'm saying, I ran the UK drill show from
All
this
that's
time and
changed
bringing that,
because that was pushed by payola. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Now you don't have to. Now you can just get that one song you like. Before you
yeah.
had to buy the tape, the album, CD, all that stuff. But
Listen
the
to the
whole marketing.
radio.
Yeah,
You
listen
fall
to the
in love
radio.
with you fall in love with a personality. That's why,
Yeah.
Sway in the Morning and the LA Leakers are far and few between.
Hmm.
Was it not Charlie Puth? Charlie Fire in the Booth. Charlie, I can't think of his last name right now. Over in the UK, that bounces back and forth. Those are far and few between on BBC One and all that other stuff. Most of this stuff is literally, like you said, payola
Yeah.
or just so milk toast that, dog, we ain't got nothing from it. So, with all that said and done, shout out for what y'all want to do, but
Right.
in all honesty, even if it's small marketing firms, get some of these best and brightest that see the next movement of how to do. Get with some of these TikTokers. Between Homeboy with crazy bars, I heard,
Hmm.
and there's another dude that rhymes, and I got to start sending it. You might have sent me one of them, but if not, I send them to you. That like literally breaks down and reviews, like they crowdsource who to check for, and then they go and look through it and be like, oh no, that actually is fire. Let me
Okay.
go and bring light to this. Get with these TikTokers. This is the same thing that I get mad with when I listen to Cash either come back around or do his release and they got whack ass albums. Like, do you know how many dope producers is on the fucking internet that
Uh-huh.
y'all up there dropping this bullshit just because this motherfucker got a name?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Nah, man, stop that shit. Go get with these people who are hungry as fuck, that ain't getting a check, that's up there living off of YouTube ad streams, and go and drop a little bit of budget on them and let them do their thing. Same thing with these TikTokers and stuff. Let them not have to worry about selling shit from Temu. Let them go ahead and throw a little bit of bread in their pocket and tell them to push these albums, but don't defile that shit by telling them to push some whack shit, because
Thank
that's
you.
where it fucks up. Do it for the love. Go back to old school A&R work when you saw these real A&Rs that were really passionate about this stuff like that. We don't need to create subdivisions. We need to create a discourse of enlightenment, of availability. If I know it's there, I know it's going on. There needs to be more than me and you screaming into a room that, yo, did you know that Rakim project is all right, man? Hey, yo, I'm telling my homeboys, I only got so many numbers on my phone.
Right.
To be like, yo, I only got so many cats whose inbox I got, access to be like, yo, did you know that this cat is actually fire? So catch the motherfuckers who got 100,000 or whatever, because especially with these older artists who are now independent again, the fact of the matter is, if they sell 1,000 physicals, if they sell 10,000 physicals, because they're directly marketed, if you create a new direct to streaming, if they're selling Bandcamp downloads, these cats have made their year with smaller audiences, but people actually know.
Okay.
That's my soapbox. I'm sorry I'm talking over you so much, brother, but yeah,
We
that's
good.
where.
We good, man. I like that. Like I said, and I wanted to hear your opinion on that. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get into this one. But shout out to you. Shout out to all the other what else?
Schwable Room brethren and
Yeah,
sister.
the brothers, the brothers and the sister. Yeah, man. Shout out to the whole home team. And
Shout out to all our subscribers, our listeners. Shout out to Remnant, always in the comments. We appreciate you, brother.
always Remnant and JD. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all fully. Hey, we we done another one, man. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you taking the time. Any good fights on tonight? What's up tonight?
I don't think anything's on right now, man. I'm just gonna sit back and chill with the lady because it took entirely too long to complete this album. My girl is
Love it. Love it. We rolling with Rush, brother. We rolling with Rush.
Rush.
Hey, peace.
Peace.